am an artist, healing my nervous system from the impacts of capitalism. From the time that I was a very small child, a paintbrush was put in my hand. My hands were placed on the keys of the piano. Music became my medicine. Painting became my therapy. And along the way, even the people that were most intrigued by my craft, you could say, were the same people that encouraged me to do something else. Were the ones that encouraged me to occupy my time with something else, to pursue something else. And for some time, I really tried. Now that I am coming face to face with my creativity, I'm feeling an intensity of energy coming through about, creativity. But the thing that comes hand in hand with that, with how my nervous system is calibrated right now, is that there's a rush. There's a rush to create. There's a rush to get product out. And this week I'm sitting with the concept of removing the rush from my creative process. Removing the rush from every single stitch, every single motion, stroke, movement, concept, idea, color. That is my current endeavor. To be okay with just moving. To be okay with the constant motion. To not feel like I need to push, make it fast. But that I can be present. If I'm present and I continually move and I'm calm, it's gonna get done just the same as if I was really pushing. The speed of it and the technique and everything. I'm trying to become more efficient within my skill so that I can be efficient while simultaneously not rushing it. What does efficiency even mean? Is it about the outcome? Is it about how present you were through the process? Is it about creating something that really feels like you allowed it to come out the way you wanted it, or the way it wanted to come out? So many times I start putting something into action and it goes completely different than I only have the outcome sometimes in my head. But once I open up the door to create, to dive into a creative process, then things start emerging. You understand the steps. You start to see the steps that is getting you to the inspiration that you had. And it entails so much more than just the thought of the finished product, right? And I know, I don't know, it's like, I always feel that in life, I reach a point of mastery, and then I reach the next point in which I feel like a baby, like I'm just learning these things for the beginning, for the, there's so many artists around me, friends that I have, and so many of you watching who are artists, who already understand these things because you've been doing it. I'm just barely taking the strong decision to devote myself to really what is calling me. Understanding the abundance that it creates to follow your own path. It really does. It really does. Capitalism has such a way of limiting our view. And that's what I'm really healing from, and in the process of healing from, is this one flat, one-dimensional, like, way of seeing things, So yeah, I'm healing my nervous system from capitalism, from thinking that if you create one sort of value, that the only way value can come back to you, or you want to come back to you, is money. Like, it's not going to happen like that. Not if you lean into the full range and capacity of what you're doing, of who you want to be, what you want to feel. Yes, money will come, but that can't be the purpose anymore. That can't be the point, and that it does call for a collective change, not just in our hearts, but in systems of power. So, anyway, maybe this was relatable to some of you. Maybe some of you are seeing this and like, yeah, I remember when I was going through that. Or like, oh, I've never had to do that. Because I wasn't constrained by these ideas. I feel like I've been constrained for a very long time. So now that I'm removing these chains, removing these limitations. Now I'm like, whoa, like I feel this emergence of strong, intense energy, but then I'm also like trying to pull that back a little bit so that I can enter into my flow state with it, instead of being like hyperactive, like crazy hyperactive crazy maniac trying to make some art, something like that. But anyway, if you are passionate about art and creating things that just come out of the ethers and out of your soul and things like that, like, if you're passionate about those things, I just want to validate you. It is a very reasonable decision to follow your dreams. But the biggest thing is you gotta just believe in yourself. You gotta have your back in the process. And you have to continually remind yourself that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and like trust in that. Because on like levels of on higher levels, like beyond what you see, yeah, you might think like, oh, that's not plausible, that's not sustainable, like, but if you feel called to do it, like, not everybody has the same path, and the key is really to listen inward so that you can understand your path, because you're going to have the highest success rate following your path, not trying to follow the path of what seems to be reasonable within the context of society, because they only encourage one way of being and one lifestyle and one view. They don't encourage individuality. So you need to tap into your individuality to really find your path. And like, fuck what they say. So just really like trust in that. And I'm here to just like encourage you in that. Even if it's different than mine, even if I don't understand it, even if you don't understand me, like, I'm trying to encourage you here in your individuality, because that will be your highest possible, like, your path of the highest possible success that you can attain will be your path. So find it, listen to your heart, listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart before you tell all your dreams goodbye. Okay? Many blessings to you. Blessings with your journey. Not blessings. I don't want to say blessings anymore, but abundance to you. abundance. I like abundance because there's dance in there. In blessings, you say less, but I want to give you more abundance. Dance party, dancing, dancing, celebration. Today I'm celebrating you. I'm celebrating me. I'm celebrating us. I'm celebrating this life, the state of the world. Even it's crazy, chaotic right now. There's also beautiful things emerging. So please center in that, center in yourself, and you got this. Talk to you next time. Catch you later. Bye.